How do you find Peruvian fandom? Was it expected or?
Yeah, it was. It's great to be here in Peru. Yeah, I mean, I guess always, I think with things like social media, you begin to sort of like understand what different fans are from different countries. And, the whole of South America has always been a huge supporter of the Harry Potter films. So it's exciting to be here. And there's clearly so many Peruvian fans. So.
Yeah. When and which one was the first time where did you read your first Harry Potter book?
Oh yeah, so before I started making the films, I'd already read like the first 2 Harry Potter books. So I was as much a fan of the books as everyone else. I used to always like go and queue up when they were, the day they came out, and I read them like as quickly as everyone else.
I know it's a pretty difficult question, but have you got a favorite one?
Oh, I really liked the 5th book, just because I really liked the whole introduction of the Order of the Phoenix. And then I like the 2nd book, so Chamber of Secrets and the Order of the Phoenix.
Well, do you have any emotional attachment because your character there is such has a big role?
Yeah, a huge role. I mean, for me, it was the first movie. I was only in sort of the scene at the platform 9 3/4, and the Chamber of Secrets is a huge thing. And I was always, I love the whole relationship that Ginny has in the sense that she has this diary and she's taken over by Lord Voldemort, and that's such a fascinating like story and dynamic. So yeah, I definitely have like a personal connection to it, and I spent I spent a lot of time doing that film.
A question that between fans is pretty unanswerable. Do you prefer the movies or the books? Yeah, not the whole saga. But do you have a particular movie or book that you like the most from all?
I definitely equally like the books as the films. The beauty of the books is there's so much detail that unfortunately we weren't able to.
It's gonna be between us, yes, between us.
Between us. Well, I'm allowed to have a favorite between the books and movies, but I couldn't say I like the movies more than the books, but I guess as a whole fit movie, I guess still, the Chamber of Secrets is my favorite movie.
And how did it feel filming your last ever scene in the saga?
It was very, very weird, very sad. It was strange. It was one of those things that didn't feel real. Like it was like, this can't be the end. I've been doing it for 10 years, so it just felt like unreal. But it was sad. It was really amazing having everyone there. Everyone had become like my family whilst filming, so it was incredible just to finish it all together and go out with. The last scene we did was the epilogue scene when we played it older. Yeah.
Can we expect, or are there any rumors that we can see you in any spin-off in the future?
No, well, they're obviously doing all of the films that like take place in a different time. There's obviously the, but no. They're all. All the things that Joe Rowling has written, they're all like set like ages before about sort of the birth of the magical world and stuff. No, I think Ginny's role and everyone else's role finished in that last film.
How about what about you? What are your projects nowadays? What are you starting to film? What are you up to the next years?
Yeah, so I went to, when I went to university, I studied directing and writing. I went to film school. So since, this last year or two, pretty much I've been focusing all my time on my own films that I'm making. So writing and directing films. I'm going back to London in January to shoot my 3rd short film. And I've done like a little documentary and a few music videos. So yeah, I've become really, Harry Potter introduced me to the world of film, and I became so obsessed with, everything that happened behind the scenes and the cameras. So right now I've been, focusing on directing, which is exciting.
Where could we find, if you have uploaded or shown any of your work?
Yeah, so all my directing work I have on my website. So my website, my production company is called Bon Bon Lumiere. So it's www.bonbonlumiere.com. Yeah.
I've read that at the beginning you were supposed only to have like a short participation in the movie or something like that.
Yeah, all of us, obviously, when we all cast in the film, Joe Rowling hadn't written all the books, so no one really knew like where their character was going to go or how big their character would become. And Ginny's character being sort of a year academically younger than like Harry and Ron and Hermione, so my character doesn't go to Hogwarts till the 2nd book. So
yes.
And after 10 years, I imagine, Bonnie, that you have like mixed feelings when it finished. So how do you felt about that?
Yeah, it's always that. I think, 10 years is a huge part of our lives, and I think it all got to the end of it where we loved the experience so much, but we were also all very excited about the next chapter in our life and like what would come after that. So it's that thing where I do miss it, and then at the same time, it's really amazing to see. It's nice to support all of us. We're all so close, so to see everyone doing their own thing is great.
I would like to know, how's your relationship with the rest of the actors? Do you still being friends?
Yeah, I mean, obviously we spent so much time together, so it was like one big extended family. And obviously since finishing, everyone's kind of gone off on their all different paths, and everyone seemed to have spread further and further around the world. So it's been really nice to sort of catch up with everyone every time we manage to cross paths or be in the same city. And, overwhelming and exciting, and some of the last scenes like we had, like loads of actors all came in for the last that were in all the other films, and there's a big scene at the end of all the Harry Potter films. It's like the Battle of Hogwarts. So loads of characters that you might have seen in different movies like come for this final big finale in the last film. So we had like everyone almost that ever been in every film like doing these last scenes together.
Wow.
So it felt like a really celebratory kind of thing, like all of us going out together.
When I go to, I don't know, like the new roller coaster of, Harry Potter and Universal, how do you feel being part of that?
Yeah, I mean, it was kind of one of those things that whilst we were doing the movies, you're kind of in this sort of bubble, this world. You're just like kind of making them, and there's obviously this like phenomenon that's growing around it. And so it wasn't, until we finished the movies or you do press for it, and you suddenly be like, whoa, it really is like hugely popular. And I think when you go to things like the Harry Potter theme park and all those things, you're just like,
how do you feel?
Have to think to yourself, it's such a strange.
And new projects for you, Bunny. What are you gonna do now?
Yeah, so when I went to university, I went to film school, so I studied directing and writing. I've been making my own films. I'm just about to shoot another one in London in January. Doing projects.
And how have you enjoyed Peru so far?
Yeah, it's been great. We went to Barranco. We went down by like the cliff edge where there's that church and there's like a village. We went to the Maria Tistina Museum. We went to some markets today.
If you see Bonnie's outfit, she has a Peruvian style over there. Great, Bunny. Thank you very much for the interview. Hope you enjoyed it.
We met before around the world for the Harry Potters, and it's super fun to have you in our country. So, and it's also the first big fan event for us. So how do you feel to be part of that?
Yeah, it's great to be here. It's my first time in the whole of South America, so it's exciting to be here and to meet everyone tomorrow. Obviously, the market of, in terms of the fans of Harry Potter, there's so many in this part of the world, so it's great to be here and meet them. Yeah, well, first it's great to be here in Lima. It's my first time in South America, so it's very exciting.
South America,
yeah. So it's very exciting to be here. And yeah, obviously, as you can imagine, Harry Potter was a huge part of my life. We filmed it for 10 years.
Wow.
And